Usually, life of an NRI, life outside India, abroad, is pretty smooth. Everything runs like a clockwork because people genuinely respect time and everything runs on time. And then it's all very clean, the roads are smooth, there's not much traffic, not a long line to stand in every single time for everything. And so it is usually very calm and anxiety free. But on the flip side, it's when the festival season comes around, Durga Puja, Dasera, Diwali, Bhai Dooj, when the series of festivities kick in, that is when we feel the pang of not being in India. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a few ways that we can celebrate Diwali and other festivals in style more meaningfully abroad outside India. Hi, my name is Rai. As you might have guessed, I am an NRI, and here I am to break it down for you. What are the various ways we are making things happen for us in USA, because we do not have all the facilities that we have back home in India, but we make do with what we get and what we have out here. So for Diwali especially, I have got 3 tips for you, okay? The first one is about decorating the house. Now remember, houses in USA and UK, they are made out of wood. So it is not at all a good idea to have open flames like diyas. So you can have a small shrine or a dedicated place in your dining table, a centerpiece where you can have one open flame, light a little diya, have some flowers and decorations around it, a rangoli around it. But then outside that, you have to make do with other kinds of lights. Now these days, thankfully, there are so many different kinds of lights. There is solar, there is battery operated, there is rechargeable, and there is a regular electric plug-in, kind of lights. And you even get so many Diwali motifs, like this right behind me is a Diwali motif which I got online, overnight delivery at that, so it can happen very easily. But one problem that people in US face during this season while celebrating Diwali is you've got your fall decor going and you have your Halloween decor going as well. So it all clashes, and then you have to make space for your Diwali decorations. So you have to mix and match it a little bit. But again, the good thing about that is that the color palette is what is going to make it seamless. So if your color palette, for example, you can see behind me, I've got some fall decor there, some Thanksgiving decor here, and a diffuser over here, which gives me a very traditional Diwali kind of feel, along with a few candles and a row of diyas, the traditional Diwali. I've spelled out the word Diwali, row of lights for you right here. So you can do these kind of things to make that look seamless and cohesive and not make one decor clash with the other. If you can maintain a color scheme, that's going to take care of the whole thing. And your color scheme could be black and white, your color scheme could be brown, your color scheme could be orange LED, your color scheme could be yellow LED, but as long as it's cohesive and mixed in a very seamless manner, you're going to be doing fine. Now apart from this, you have the second thing, which is your get up. Yes, we don't get as many options, and it's better to get your outfits from India, hands down. Whenever you visit India, stock up, or if somebody's coming over, order something to their house and let them bring it over for you. But things are just not available in USA yet to that extent, and whatever is available is very, for the lack of better word, a little cheap to look at, unnecessarily sparkly. And more than most times, what I see is people are dressed up like they're going for a wedding. You just don't have that serenity, that divinity present in your Diwali outfits anymore. Diwali was always about sparkles, right? It's always about lighting up. But even then, it was not exact. We don't exactly dress up like a wedding back in India. We have a certain demarcation there, and the way to get to that, I believe, in US is to dress one in Indo-Western instead of going full-on Indian. But then again, it's your call, and then incorporate a lot of blacks or a lot of dark colors, which is something we avoid at weddings. So the moment you incorporate more dark shades and jewel tones, it automatically becomes a little more Diwali. And You can always contrast those with some jewelry which is not as loud as it would be if you were going to a wedding in India. So I hope that takes care of the dress. And I would especially recommend buying kids' clothes absolutely from India. Get it from there. I mean, the options here are just, the fit is not right or something is off about it. And if you're visiting India for a long period of time, you can even get your clothes tailor made. And these days, there are a lot of just pin-up saris. You just have to do a hook or something, and the whole sari is there ready made for you. It's all pre-pleated and everything, so you can get one of those if you want to look traditional but still want to make it easy. Because see, out here we have to do everything at our own place. Like we don't order in a lot, and we don't have too many options for Indian food restaurants. And if there is, I've seen one thing common between US and India during festival times is that the food in the restaurants becomes very unreliable on the festival days. They are probably overworked, the demand is high, they're understaffed. Whatever happens, it's just not the same. You have to do everything at home mostly, and then you don't have a lot of house help. So it's all on you. But you end up eating much more healthy in that way and being much more involved in that way. It's just not a press play. You're actually physically doing all the things to make it all happen, which I feel is a nice thing. It's a nice thing to do, especially if you are a bachelor, you're not that much into cooking. You can try out a few different things, and it would be a little bit of a change for you. And these days, people are calling a lot of friends, neighbors, colleagues over for Diwali parties. So a lot of cultural exchange is happening. So it helps to cook at home and not order it, because the food, if you order it, it's just so spicy. And that brings me to the topic of inviting friends or connecting with other people during Diwali. See, you might be invited to the Diwali party, or you might not have that many Indians or that many people to celebrate Diwali with. In which case, you can be the party yourself, Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. Now, what you can do if you are all by yourself and you are going to celebrate Diwali is just what I did one time when I moved into a new apartment. I made small little hampers with just a few sweets. I made sure they're nut-free sweets. And then I placed a diya, and I, wrote a Diwali note with our names, because it's hard for foreigners to know, understand, and pronounce our names. So I wrote down our names, a nice Diwali wish. I packaged it with some marigold flowers, which I got from a nearby nursery. This is the season of harvesting marigolds, so you can get them from your nearby nursery to decorate the house as well. But I did the hampers with those, and I distributed it to all the neighbors. Now, when I was doing this, the most strangest thing happened. They were all very happy, first of all, to get it, and they wanted to know more about Diwali, and it was a great way to spread the message of joy and peace and love and all that. But also because, you see, growing up in India, we get to know about all the different religions. We know them like inside out. But out here, the exposure to Hinduism is very less. They might know a little bit from church, which is in a negative way, and they might know a little bit about India from the documentaries, which is also pretty negative. And they might know a little more about Bollywood, but then again, Bollywood does not really portray how things really are, or the celebrations really are back home in India, or what the meaning is behind them. They just show you probably singing a song in front of a shrine or something in a temple. That's about it. So never in an in-depth understanding can come from Bollywood films. So now inadvertently, we the NRIs have become the preachers of Hinduism, like accidentally. So we go about explaining it to everybody. So what happened is, one time I was giving a hamper to one of our neighbors, and this guy asked me, okay, tell me something. I've noticed that a lot of Indians are drawing swastikas in front of their homes, outside their doors. That is an evil sign of the evil people from Germany. Why would you guys do that? Then I had to give him this whole spiel about what the word swastika means, that it means prosperity and goodness, and how we use it, and what it means, and what it implies, and how the historians have misused that word. Technically, the word they should use is a hooked cross, but I don't know for what reason they've chose this word. which is kind of a mean thing to do. But they've done it, and that is, I believe, world's biggest cultural appropriation, if ever at all. Although I don't believe in cultural appropriation otherwise. I mean, go ahead, wear whatever. You want to wear Indian clothes, bindi, hairstyles, bangles, be my guest, enjoy. But this is one place I take exception, and I would say if you are a parent, please inform your kids. If you are in mom's group, please inform other moms. You might have Jewish friends, have a dialogue with them if you can, or just put up a post in your Facebook group so that everybody at least know. Now, everybody might not accept it the same way, but at least it's their right to know the truth, and it's our duty to tell them the truth. So as long as there is truth out there, that is the real win of knowledge over darkness, isn't it? See? And that is what Diwali is. So on that note, I'm going to sign out of this video. If you like this video, like this channel, like this, subscribe. I would love to have you around for all the rest of my videos. Have a blast in all of these festivities and all of these parties, and make more friends, invite more people, talk to more people, and hope you have a great time.